Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bells above the dog in the pond jingled faintly as Darren Osborne pushed open the door. The familiar scent of spilled beer and worn leather filled his nostrils, a stark reminder of everything he had left behind. The pub was eerily quiet for a late afternoon, save for the muffled sounds of Tony sweeping up broken glass behind the bar. Heads turned as Darren stepped inside, his face a blend of guilt and trepidation. His unexpected return to the village was already making waves, and he could feel the weight of every gaze upon him. He nodded awkwardly at Tony, who froze mid-sweep, his mouth slightly open in shock. "Darren?" Tony finally managed, his tone laced with disbelief. "Yeah, it's me," Darren replied, his voice low and thick with emotion. He forced a small smile, though it didn't reach his eyes. It had been months since Darren had disappeared from the village without a trace, leaving behind his family, friends, and responsibilities. Rumors had swirled about where he had gone and why, ranging from debt problems to something far darker. Now, here he was, back like a ghost from the past, and the truth about his absence was more devastating than anyone could have imagined. As the news of his return spread, people began trickling into the pub. Nancy, his ex-wife, was the first to arrive, her face a mixture of anger and relief. She stood in the doorway, her arms crossed tightly over her chest. "You've got some nerve showing up here, Darren," she said, her voice trembling. "Do you have any idea what you've put us through?" Darren looked at her, his heart sinking. He had prepared himself for this moment, but it didn't make it any easier. "Nancy, I know I've got a lot to answer for, and I'm ready to explain everything." Nancy wasn't the only one with questions. Soon, Jack, Mandy, and even Luke had gathered, each of them demanding answers. Darren raised his hands in surrender and took a deep breath. "All right, listen up," he said, his voice breaking slightly. "I owe you all the truth." The room fell silent as Darren began his confession. "I didn't just leave because I was overwhelmed or needed a break. I left because I was in trouble, big trouble. A few months back, I got involved with some people I shouldn't have. It started out as a bit of fun, just gambling here and there to blow off some steam, but it got out of hand. I owed money to the wrong people. Dangerous people. They started threatening not just me, but all of you." A gasp rippled through the room. Nancy's eyes widened, and Jack's grip on his cane tightened. "I thought the only way to protect you was to disappear," Darren continued, his voice heavy with regret. "I figured if I wasn't around, they'd leave you alone, but I was wrong. They kept coming after me, and the debts only got worse. I lost everything." Tears welled up in his eyes as he spoke. "I'm back because I couldn't run anymore. I've managed to scrape together most of the money, but they're still after me, and now I need help. I know I don't deserve it after the way I left, but I don't know what else to do." The room was silent for a moment, the weight of Darren's confession sinking in. Nancy looked torn, her anger softened by the raw vulnerability in Darren's voice. Jack stepped forward, placing a reassuring hand on Darren's shoulder. "Your family, Darren," Jack said firmly. "We'll face this together, no matter what it takes." One by one, the others nodded, their initial shock giving way to solidarity. Darren's return wasn't just a moment of reckoning. It was a chance for redemption, a chance to make things right. But as they rallied around him, a shadow loomed outside the pub. A dark figure watched from the street, their eyes fixed on Darren with an unsettling intensity. Darren's troubles were far from over, and the Osbornes were about to find themselves in the fight of their lives. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Hollyoaks Update YouTube channel for more update news.